Shall we begin? Let's begin.
All right, everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of the Frankly Francisco podcast. Today, I have a special guest all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. He is an up-and-coming Afropop artist. I'd like to introduce everybody to TDV. How we doing, man?
Very fine, Franco. How you doing? How's everything?
I'm good, man. So I'm excited, man. Afropop music right now is huge. It's playing big in the United States. Tell my audience a little bit about yourself, man. What inspired you to get into the whole genre Afropop?
Basically, I got into Afropop because of the way I see music. Yes, I'm going to start with that, with the way I see music, with the way my sound connects to music. You get what I'm saying? So where the reflection I get from music actually makes me feel like Afropop is what I could actually get into. So I started off with some trials, like getting this from producers. Okay, this one will give me this one will give me this. Then I've not really thought about the genre of music I wanted to go into. So along the line, I was testing my sounds with different kinds of beats, different kind of genre of music. So it got to a time, probably in 2017, one of my producers just gave me a beat and I decided to say, okay, wow, this is nice. Let me stick with this. And since then, I've not really changed my style. The only thing that's changed in my style is just the fact that I get featured by different artists and I try to blend. I try to incorporate their own sound into my sound. I try to incorporate my sound into their sound. So that's just different. So that's what made me really get into Afropop. Trials. I've been trying different kind of genres before I got one particular one that could fit into my sound very well.
So sound is important and being unique in what you do is important. So I can understand what you mean about finding your sound, because a lot of people, like you have a lot of people that'll try to fit in that same narrative of, I'm just going to, do what they're doing and then hopefully it can take off. But by standing out and creating something of your own, like you said, you're being featured a lot more now with other artists because of the way your sound is and the uniqueness that you have.
Yeah.
So how many artists have you actually worked with right now?
Basically, I can count, but
that's a lot.
Count, but, yeah, it's a lot, but I can count, but it might take time remembering some of them. But let me say about 25.
Wow, that's a large number of people that you work with. So has this all been in Nigeria? Has this all been in Lagos? Have you gone to different countries as well?
The very funny thing and weird thing that you're going to hear now is that out of the 25, 23 of them have been foreign musicians.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's awesome.
23 of them, yes, 23 of them.
So have they come? So have they come to you, or you come to them?
No, I've never gone to them. They've never come to me. It's just through online. You get what I'm saying? And they just listen to my sound online, and they feel like, wow, let me work with this guy, and it works like that.
Oh, so do you go in the studio, you lay a track down for them, and then you just send it out as a PDF file, and then they'll incorporate it into their own music?
This is how the process goes. Let's say I release a song now, and the song goes viral, and probably one of them listens to it. I'm going to give you a typical example of how that kind of stuff came about. So I released a song in 2018, to be precise. And that song was a very wild song, was a very crazy song. It blew up so well. And after that song, I just got a message from Instagram from one guy from Lebanon. He's an artist and he's a producer too. So he was like, he loved my sound and he wanted us to do something together. And after that time, the song we dropped, the song we did together was even one of my biggest songs ever.
Wow.
We did two songs together. So how it happened is that most of them sends me the beats. They send me the beats. So once they send me the beats, I write. Okay, so I get the beats from them. Once I get the beats from them, I compose my melodies because that's what comes first. Once I compose my melodies, I write my lyrics. Now I insert my lyrics into those melodies. And once I'm done with that, I call my engineer. So I hit the studio. Once I get to the studio, I compose, I perform. Now it's performing stage now. So I perform the song in the studio, I record. So once I'm done recording, I send the files to the artist that featured me, and it gets everything on from there, basically.
So have you gone out and performed live shows outside of Lagos? Have you gone to different parts of Africa or different countries to perform?
No, I've never.
So everything's just been in Lagos?
Yes. Everything has been in Lagos. Though the funny thing is that even the international stuff I've been having, the recognition, they've been playing my music in shows. I've been in Lagos. I've not left Lagos. All this why.
So do you plan on doing that? Do you plan on going to tour? Do you plan on heading out?
For sure.
So has it been COVID that's kind of held you back from doing that?
Not really. You know, being an independent artist, there are a lot of challenges. So if I were to be signed to a label, I could have gone, I could have traveled outside Nigeria to perform at shows. But being independent is kind of challenging financially, kind of challenging with support and all. So, but basically, hopefully, I've been thinking about that so very much. It's been in my plans for a very long time. So apparently, I'm going to bring that plan into fruition very soon.
So when you do your thing on the mic, how many languages do you do it in? Besides do you do it in English, and do you do it in your home tongue? Do you do it in any other language? How many languages do you actually speak?
Basically, my sounds actually cuts across English, Pidgin English. Pidgin English is an African remodification of English. Are you getting me? Pidgin English is an African remodification of English. We have English. We have a Pidgin English, which is an African remodification of English. And I have my own hometown dialect, which is Yoruba.
Okay.
Yoruba, yeah, it's called Yoruba. So I use basically those three languages. But there have been songs where I've been not really propelled, but because of the fact that I wanted to try out new things, I've tried French, I've tried Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just those two different languages. I've tried those two languages in songs.
Hey, the more languages you can sing in and rap in, the more recognition you're gonna get, man. Because you know reggaeton is a big thing, and reggaeton has African roots anyway. So it's a good thing, man. Right? So it's a good thing if you can learn different languages. But that's pretty interesting that you guys created your own type of English that you guys modified. It's crazy how we change the dialects up. It's like I'm Puerto Rican, but we speak a different style of Spanish than Mexicans do. We still speak a different style of Spanish than European Latinos do. So I get what you're saying. We modify to where it can understand. We can understand it better for ourselves.
Perfectly. You're right.
So how many albums do you have out right now that you've done yourself?
I have 2 albums, but they are EPs. There are 2 short albums, 2 EPs out.
But
I have a couple of singles.
But you collab with 25 artists. That tells me, man, that people love your sound. If you've only got 2 EPs out, but you've collaborated with 25 different artists, bro, that means you're blowing up. You just haven't had the opportunity to go out there and show these people really on stage what you can bring.
You're right. I'm blown up in my own little way, man.
Hey, but blown up is blown up, man. It's just you got to consistently just keep putting the work in like you are. You know what I mean? And getting on these, and this is what these podcasts is for. These podcasts is to get people out, talented people like you out there, so you can show the world what you can do and continue to do, man.
Very correct, man. Very correct. I have about 2 different EPs out, and I have a couple of singles out there, man.
So how long does it typically take you to write a song?
To write a song, I could sit down in 2 hours, in 30 minutes, in 1 hour, depending on the inspiration. I could sit down and just write songs, a full song.
So what inspires you though? What gives you inspiration to write a song?
Love.
Hey, that's the best inspiration you can have, man. You know what I mean? That's the best inspiration you can have. Love gives me inspiration, but basically, Africa now, we have lots of challenges in Africa. But when I see people out there suffering, when I see people out there less privileged, when I see people out there
not really living up to expectations and all like that because of the fact that they have one or two challenges, I get inspired to write. So basically, there are two things that inspire me to write music: love and life. You know what I'm saying? Love and life. Like I see love. Actually, my inspiration basically comes from the fact that if I'm in love with somebody, she tends to inspire me more to write. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not actually in a relationship, I still use love to get inspiration. But it's not going to be as real as usual. Man. You get?
But I respect the fact that you know the challenges that you have where you are in the area you are, but you're not letting those challenges stop you from trying to create something beautiful for yourself. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing what you're trying to do, and you're inspiring other people to not let their situations dictate that they can't get themselves out of.
Yeah, you're very right. You're very right. Because there have been while I was in school, there have been different challenges then that African artists cannot really get out there, except the likes of Whiskey, Burna Boy, Davido, and all like that. You know, they are already made names, and we, like people like us, we are not made names yet, but we try to do what they couldn't do while they were like us. We try to just do it and hopefully get something out of it in the nearest future.
So Lagos is the biggest city in Nigeria, correct?
People say so, but no, Lagos is not the biggest city, but Lagos is the most commercial city in Africa, sir. So
you're able to, so in Lagos, you're able to perform, right? So do you do shows there? Yes,
I do shows, but I do limited shows because of the fact that I'm a lawyer. So
nice. So you can write your own. Then you can write your own contracts. Then you can just go over your contracts yourself and you sign with somebody else.
Sure. I'm a lawyer too, so I double up as a lawyer. So performing shows like that is very restricted, very, very restricted.
But listen,
but I try my best.
When you have a passion for music, it doesn't matter what steps in the way. Like I said, music changed people's lives, man. It can inspire people to do great things. So for you, the biggest pain point for you is right now is that you just can't. You're an independent artist and you just can't travel as much as you would like to right now.
Yeah, right. Very right, very correct. But you know, being an independent artist, just like you being an entrepreneur. You get, like, being an entrepreneur, you are the owner of everything. But there are a lot of joy in being indie, but the challenges are overwhelming and they could just eat you up any period you slack.
Yeah, it can. And when you're an entrepreneur and you're trying your best and sometimes things just don't go your way, it puts you down and makes you a little bit depressed. But at the end of the day, you just got to keep pushing forward because no one's going to do it for you. You know what I mean? You have to go out there and you have to get it. But I respect the fact that you are a lawyer by day and you're an Afropop artist by night. I mean, it's unique. It really is, man. You're like a superhero, bro. Because you're doing something that a lot of people don't do.
By day, artist by night. You go to the court in the morning and you climb the stage at night.
Exactly. Yes. You put you know what I'm saying? You wear the suit and tie during the day, helping people. And at nighttime, you got the mic in your hand and you got the chain on. And you
got the durag on your head in the night. Durag on your head.
You go out there and you do the things you need to do. Yeah, music is an inspiration for everybody, man. And I like the fact that you are doing what you're doing and you're giving back though, because you actually help people during the day. It's not like you're just, it's not like you're just an artist 24 hours a day, because you're not. You have other things that you're dealing with and a whole nother career. So the fact that you're balancing both, it's amazing, man. And I much respect for that.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up for yourself? I see that, you're putting music out, but do you have anything big coming up for yourself?
Yeah. I got some couple of shoots coming up, and presently I have a song that I've been working on. I'm done with the song, but because of the fact that I'm trying to pull up something bigger, I'm trying to delay the release of the song, because that's actually the next thing on my agenda now, to drop a song. And I actually have a song with an Indian. Yes, I have a song with an Indian coming up next year.
So do you, when you make these videos, you got to pay for these videos yourself out of pocket, right? You got to pay for the whole production?
Apparently, no one, just you. So it's the money you get from probably the law, probably the collaborations, probably the money you get from every other thing you do, like business. That's what you have to use to finance all this. And people don't really know that. They don't really appreciate that. They feel you get this money from anywhere. They don't really know where the money comes from. But it's just all you. You're all left alone here, man.
So typically, how long does it take you when you film a video? Like, is it a couple days? How many takes does it take? Because it seems like it's a lot of work when you're doing one of these videos, man.
Yeah. It takes days, man. It takes days. It takes a lot of money. It takes days. It takes time. It takes dedication. It takes seriousness. You get what I'm saying? It takes probably 5 days or something, and some it can be done in a day, just a day. It depends on the concept of the video. You get what I'm saying? So it depends on the concept.
So do you have a team behind you to help you with the editing and the filming, or you just people that you just know help?
Yeah, I have some persons that work for me, but it's just like work on hire. You get what I'm saying? Work on hire kind of contract. So it's just when I need them, I call them. It's not like a standby team. No, it's not like a standby team. It's just like when I need them, I call them and we'll do something together.
So what has been the biggest pain point for you though when it comes to that? So have you been able to call, and then what if they don't show up? How do you go about doing what you need to go do?
I always have plan Bs in everything I do, man. As a lawyer now, you got to be very strategic and very logical. That in case this does not happen, this has to happen. So most cases, I always have my plan Bs on ground.
So for right now, who's your biggest inspiration in music right now? That you are inspired by?
Burna Boy.
That's your biggest inspiration right now?
Yes, right now, just right now. I feel Burna Boy a lot. I feel what he's doing for African music. I feel what Wizkid is doing for African music. I feel what Davido is doing for African music. I feel what every one of them is doing for African music. Sarkodie, Shatwale. I feel what this guy is doing for Africa. Diamond Platnumz. So I feel what almost every one of them is doing for Africa, and I want to do more. I want to do much more than what all of them have done combined. It's not just by mouth now. So I have to work extremely hard.
Listen, there's so much talent in Africa right now with artists, designers. Africa is the largest continent out there, man. It's amazing that a lot of the talent is not being cultivated in that country, in that continent, because you have artists, you have fashionistas. It's amazing. It's amazing, the culture. And a lot of people don't like to, especially here in America, a lot of people don't like to embrace their African roots. I'm Puerto Rican, so you have to understand my culture. There's African roots in my culture, and a lot of my culture doesn't like to embrace that, but we do embrace it because our type of music has African roots in it. The reggaeton, the salsa, all that, the dance, all of it has African roots to it. So that's why I feel it's amazing, and it's so you're talented, man, and you have a passion for what you're doing, and you're just not letting things get in the way of that, man.
Yeah, you're very right. You're very right. Thank you for the encouragement, man.
Yeah, man, you just got to keep it going. No, listen, you got to keep it going. You have your day job. I have my day job. The same way that you're a lawyer, I work in finance. So, I get what you're saying, where it can be tough sometimes to get where we need to be. So what projects do you have coming up for yourself right now? Do you have any projects in the works? Are you still working on an album? Is there a new album in the works for your new EP?
Okay, basically, no album, no EP for me right now. I'm just trying to work on more singles out there, drop more singles for much more recognitions out there, and try to work on more collaborations with different cultures as I've been doing over the years. So basically, that's just the plan throughout this year. No album, no EP. And who knows, anything might change towards the end of the year. That's how music also works again. Inspiration might just come from nowhere and say, okay, I'm dropping an album, I'm dropping an EP, I'm dropping this, I'm dropping that. Anything might come up.
Yeah, music is weird like that, because you can be down for a little bit and then all of a sudden you have like 50 artists that want to work with you and you have no time to do nothing else, which that'll be a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So tell my audience where they can find you, where they can listen to your music, where they can call you if they want to get a hold of you, if you want to collab with you. Let my audience know.
Okay, basically, Instagram at TDV, TEEDEEVEE _. You know what I'm saying? Same for Twitter, same for Facebook is just going to be that spelling of TDV, TEEDEEVEE official. on Facebook like that. So basically, you get into my Instagram, you see a link to most of my songs that you can listen to easily.
So you're not on SoundCloud?
I'm on SoundCloud, yes, TDV. Once you check TDV on SoundCloud, you see TDV. I'm on virtually everywhere. I'm not just too active on them.
Got you. Well, listen, man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Listen, you inspire me to work even harder, bro. I mean, you're a damn lawyer. Like, it's just amazing the fact that you are a lawyer, like you, and then you were an artist. You were Afropop artist on top of that, man. Like I said, suit and tie by day, durag and mic by night. So just, that should be your tagline, man. That I think you should put that on the t-shirt, and I think that's gonna sell like crazy.
No problem, man. No problem. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Always. Listen, we'll try to have you back on later on, man. Hopefully by then, man, you've been signed and you're out doing your thing.
By the grace of God.
I'm rooting for you, man. I'm gonna support you moving forward and anything I can do. All right, my man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much, bro.
All right. So for my audience, I leave you with this. No matter what anybody says, if you found your purpose, live it. We'll talk to you guys later on.
Yeah. Peace out.